place to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Chicago Bears. Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
First run now for Kyron Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Throwing is Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 41. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the Bears' 40-yard line.
They work now on second and 9. Now Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Stafford. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On third down, here's Williams. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A beautiful fake. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 29, here's the 2nd down and 4. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Williams going to sneak it. And he will have the Bears first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
They'll pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
34-yard line.
Here's Williams. He's got this complete to Burden.
Complete to Luther Burden. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here is 3rd and 5. To the air, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Xavier Smith deep for L.A. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
This now a 3rd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw is Stafford. Caught left side, Williams. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
2nd and 7. To throw, it's Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Fair catch. Signaled for.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll look to Williams to begin things. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Back to throw, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
And the Rams first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Stafford. Over the middle to Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
It's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Second and goal.
Williams will score. Touchdown, L.A.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Open man down the field. That's a Dunze. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw, Williams. He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And a short gain here down to the 22. Byron Young there on the stop.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing is Williams. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Here now a third down and 8. Looking to throw is Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Swift is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
He was taken down by Cameron Kitchens.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. One more time with Swift. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Down at the 4-yard line.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And this time he is in. DeAndre Swift from 3 yards out. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Able to slither by. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession.
He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing is Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bears' 40-yard line.
That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. This one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Stafford now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here's Ethan Evans now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
He'll look middle here and give it to Odunze.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I didn't get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
To the left side, he's got his tight end Loveland.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Going up top. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
8 yards. That's another Bears first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 63 yards rushing for it as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Luther Burden from 40 yards out. And the Bears drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught here by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And that's a good start right there. This game's changed pretty dramatically in the last few minutes. So now these guys are forced to play from behind here. And that's a positive first step towards claiming this lead right back.
Here's Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3.
From the 50, it's Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line.
That's good for a Rams 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Stafford. This is Smith with a ground. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now receiver in motion left.
Williams is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Williams again, and this time he'll score. Touchdown, Rams. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run.
The The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you hit a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 77 yards on the ground here for Swift, and he's got a first down as well.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A pass complete to Odunze.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Working out of the gun, Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Williams.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
54-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through.
And that will tie things at 17 all.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Stafford.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Rams first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Rams.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard.
A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First down, Rams.
To throw is Stafford.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Stafford.
Pass complete there in the clear.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
First down, Los Angeles.
Stafford.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Again, it's Stafford. And he is caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. 2-2 Atwell. A 7-yard touchdown ground. And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now the extra point.
For the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Rams 24.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Nifty move. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bears offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
In motion goes the tight end. Looking to throw is Williams. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Williams. Pass caught by Burden. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Throwing again here, Williams. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
3rd and 4.
Here is 3rd down and 4. To the air, Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, my goodness. He was in his own zip code, but somehow could not look it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
They'll go. Here's Williams. That is incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The final shot before break. Stafford is going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. So halftime now here on Sunday night primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hanson in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's 3rd and 3. To throw, Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. but he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. To the sideline and incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Williams looking to do it himself.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Here's Swift. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Swift again. They'll fight for the end zone, but they will stop him again. Shy of the goal line.
They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Third and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more.
Williams going to sneak it.
Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, 3rd and goal from the 1, and they go quarterback sneak, and they expected a surge up front. The surge came from the defense.
Yeah, it looked like there was no surprise defensively. They were ready.
They had totally stacked it up, unable to get it on 3rd down.
On 4th down, here's Williams.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Colston Loveland there to make the grab. And the Bears take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now the point after try for Santos.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 27. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
The left side throw complete to Adams. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Now Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6. The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Rams first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing is Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Back to throw, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Stafford. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams taking it in from a yard out. And the Rams have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Bears 24.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by the Kyron Williams touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll start on the ground with Swift. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Motion.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
First down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Stafford. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Here's Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 18.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams.
It's Dominic Robinson who comes in and makes a play.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
2nd and 9.
To throw is Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford.
And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Rams 1st down.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Dominic Robinson, the one who got in there to drop it. The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Stafford now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
And this is where coaches sometimes fall into different camps. Your guy just fumbled. It led to a touchdown. Do you stay with him or do you put him in the doghouse? This is definitely a show of confidence here as he's right back out there and carrying the ball again.
Throwing is Williams. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9. Stafford. Over the middle to Smith. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now Stafford. He'll drop this. Now loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
They begin the drive with Williams. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And this is showing faith in a running back who just lost a fumble a minute ago. Then was returned for a touchdown. Now, some coaches might let him think about on the bench for a bit, but he's right back out there. They're showing that they have confidence in him.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still second down.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Now it's Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Again, it's Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at Soldier Field as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. The Chicago offense set to get started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Looking to put a drive together. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's Williams. Pass to the right side, caught by Burden. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Swift going to try up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Working out of the gun, Williams. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's Smith to return it. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. The Rams offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a 1st down. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Short throw, it's Higbee. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Smith in motion right. Again, it's Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Oh, what a move. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 31, here's second down and 3. Off the play fake, it's Williams. Pass caught right side by Loveland. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw, Williams. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It's second down.
It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
To the air, Williams. That's caught left side, Burden. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw, it's Williams. And the Rams got it. They bring it down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. That's returnable now for Smith. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and running back Kyron Williams getting ready for their next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. In motion right is Smith. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Motion left, Smith. Corum now on 1st and 10. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. 3rd and 7 now.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The one thing we know about RPO throws, they don't take long to develop. He had him wide open to the outside, hit him with it, but I think his eyes were looking downfield, trying to see that open grass, ends up dropping it. That's a missed opportunity.
A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, Rams. Blake Corum, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Rams are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Looking to throw is Williams.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Williams fights through and now a crease. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout. And all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Roma Dunze,
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
and the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Bears 38.
A drive that time of 6 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They run straight ahead with Corum. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 38 now, here's second down and 5. Here's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now an injury timeout, and that is Davante Adams, who is in some discomfort following that play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second and 5. Throwing is Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. In motion left goes Smith. Play action. Stafford. Wide open receiver, complete. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left.
First down. First and goal, Rams.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Corum. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Again, it's Corum. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now the Bears down by 13, 35 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Williams throwing to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Here's Williams operating from the gun. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Back to throw. Williams. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Chicago.